and today I said we'll be talking about dodging and burning. So I'm going to be using some few plugins for that. I can also create it by myself. In fact, this C can go use the ultimate retouch because I like using the ultimate retouch. It just picks the right tool for the technique, and that's a good one because you need to also master the manual way, because otherwise you can use the plugins like I said. So let's go ahead. This is where dodge and burn is. I'm just going to pick the soft light overlay curve method. So let's pick the curve method, and it's going to run the actions. And there are some that create check layers. Some create check layers, and I can close that. Let's unlock the layer, and we can choose another one, RA retouch, which is retouch. I'm going to close this one or take it inside. Let's get back inside. Okay, so we have dodge and burn here as well. So DGB, the DB curve, we can use this one. I don't want to use the gray layer this time around. You can use this one. So if you use this one, you're actually going to use this brush, black and white. Let's see. Okay, let me just choose two. Let's use this one. Let's see if it's going to, yep, it created a check layer for us. So this one is actually okay. It created a check layer. So you can see nothing is actually happening with the two. This is just visible because we have the mask white. Why this is not visible? Because, sorry, I'm going to close that. Why this is nothing is happening? Because we have the mask black. Alright, so let's close this one. I'm going to use this one. This is visual edge. It shows you where it's actually dark and where we need to, where we need to dodge and where we need to burn. So I'm going to just start with this one, visible layer, luminosity check. This is just check layer. This is the re-dodging and burning. So this is the curve. Now I'm going to select this, and it's going to pick the tool, which is the brush. If your brush is not showing, just make sure your cap lock is off and your brush is going to come back. Okay, so now let's go ahead. I'm going to make sure the foreground color is white, and we can start with the hair. You can decrease the flow and brush. So this is burn, this is dodge. Dodge makes things lighter, Ctrl Z. So we need to make it black or darker. So let's just paint over, choose this mask and start burning like that. So I'm just gonna keep burning till it matches. So you can keep turning off the off and on till we blend all of that together. So I'm just gonna quickly do that so you can see the way I'm getting it. Sometimes you need to zoom in and make sure those white places are, you just need to get it right. It takes time. You just need to keep editing till everything feels right. So you can see now I can go inside all of this. Let's increase this a little bit. Now this is where it's actually trickish. So you can turn it on and you can see all those black spots. Otherwise, make it very small and brighten those places up. If not, yep. So like that. I don't want to get deep into this because it's actually going to take time. If you really want to get those, you can see what it's doing to the image. Okay. So just like that, one by one. Look at this side. You burn, brighten it up. Those places with O's, you go in and you do all of that. It takes time. It takes hours of retouching. Okay, so but this is just the basic. There are other methods that you can use to get this right. In fact, I can even just focus it on the bright side. Sometimes I can do something like this. Let me show you something I usually do. All I just do is just take the curve, brighten it up like this. This is just another method though. Let's say we brighten it up like this. We can go inside. Let's turn on the visual edge now. Go inside. Then use the blending mode. Let's focus it, remove it from the dark side and focus it on, you can see, on the darker side. So it's going to appear on the dark side. Let's preview. So I removed it. I can also drag this one, focus it here. And it's okay. So let's turn it back on, and you can see that it's on the dark side and not on the bright side. So it's still on the dark side. We still need to remove it from places we don't need. So we can actually go inside back again and bring it backwards. It's okay. So at this point, there's no much difference. We can go inside and make it visible. Okay, so it's there now at the darker side. So you can go back, adjust if you feel. Bring this backwards, and yep. So it's showing on some places, it's not showing on some places. So the manual method is just the best method. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. So like I said, let's zoom in and you can see the difference. Those O's, yep, you need to do it one after the other. And that's just the trick. So it takes time. Now some other places you can as well do is, somewhere there. So Ctrl Z. These are just micro dodge and burn. Let's use the visible layer and decrease the flow to about 6, and we're going to brighten it up. Yep. Please be careful as you are brightening, because some places are actually trickish. You can see if it doesn't blend well, Ctrl Z. You can increase, change the brush, and paint. Go back, decrease the brush size. Let's leave it at 2. And change the brush. And I'm going to paint over with white. So it's there, and you can see that it's there, it's working. Okay, so that's just micro dodge and burn. And if you feel this place is dark, too dark, am I burning? Yep. So just those minor details, they matter. Brighten up that side, brighten up this side. You can see the place I'm taking my time. It looks better than before. You can see. Let's turn it back on and work on this one. So that's just dodge and burn. It's as simple as that, even to the air. So check how the air is before and check how it is now. So it requires a lot of time, and I don't want to just keep doing that till the video gets long. So but you get the idea already. So after that, let me just try and finish it up. So with this one, I'm using another layer of dodge and burn, and I just corrected something. You can see it. I corrected this one. You can even make it more smaller and just go ahead and correct some of the holes. So but this is it's just a rough quick one which I had to do. This require you to take your time. So apart from this, you already get the idea. Look how better it is than before. You can turn this one on, and I can also paint this side to bring it alive. So these are the things I did, and it took a lot of time. Okay, so I pray this will be helpful for someone. All right, so apart from that though, just a recap. Then the next thing you are to do is to group them. Let's group them. Let's create a stem visible layer. Control Shift Alternate E. Yep. So we can whiten the eyes, and I have my own actions also for that. So we can go to Windows Actions. Let's go down, and I'm gonna use the eyes whitening eyes. Look at it here, divide mode. So we have divide mode for whitening eyes. We have other mode as well. So I'm just gonna use this one, whitening eyes 4 layers. Let's use this one. Okay, so now it created a layer for me. It says increase whiteness. This is for extra, so we can use any of this. Let's see. Let's paint the eyes, so you can just see how easy it is for my actions to just whiten the eyes. Let's see before and after. So with just one click, I whiten the eyes. All right, so if you want to increase whiteness, you can use this one. It's actually going to increase whiteness. We can use it for the teeth as well, even though it's smaller. Just click on this and whiten it out. Okay, so that's for eyes whitening, and I believe the opacity is even good enough. So that's just for eyes and teeth whitening. The rest of are just very basic stuff you just need to do, and then you can start color grading. Well, if I had to color grade, I can do that manually, and that's going to be using a selective color. And selective color is actually deep, so I'm going to explain it just a little bit.